Hello, Zemalf here, and welcome to another early game guide, where I will continue with the character I used in the most efficient start, building this character, Uncle Zemalf, in less than 6 hours into where we are now. But basically, you can do what I will be doing almost from the beginning of the game. More or less the only requirement will be that driver level is 10, so that you can set up and start the company. Which I think I already did with this character. But if you want to see how to get started with a brand new character super efficiently, you can watch the efficient start guide, and kind of that gets you up to this point. So my idea is that after nearly 900 hours, or almost exactly 900 hours, as I'm starting this, instead of playing my my main character, which I will actually load in first too, just to kind of show what we are aiming for. Not all the way, but kind of why to build a company, what the company does, and kind of how different the game is when you have a kind of more established character. So with the company, on a single player, I'm able to have high town bonuses. I have 20 company trucks driving around with depots built all over the 2 islands where the company cars are automatically repaired. I have bus routes, I have truck routes, and I also have, this is not related to the company, but over time I have placed a lot of the campy motorhomes around and bought all the different plots, so I can very quickly teleport wherever in the map and get stuff done. But early on, when you are playing on a single player, Motortown is actually quite hard, or difficult is the wrong word, but you need to plan things a whole lot more, because you can only teleport into that one location, into the starter home in Gangchung. So you need to plan a little bit. That's how do you do your trips when you are driving? Do you have something to drive back to that you can make money with, instead of always starting from Gangchung and going from there? And kind of where to buy your first plot, where to place motorhomes if you buy them, what are the early game routes, instead of kind of the full setup. Because first of all, in the beginning you can only have 5 trucks, not 20. It costs literally millions to get this. So just seeing a company set up like this for someone who has just gotten started, it's probably quite overwhelming. So my idea with this guide, just showing that there as starting points, will be to show how I would do it now if I had a new character. And luckily in Motortown I can do that. I can start a new game, and or in this case a character I already played with for about 5.5 hours, and then see how I built a company with them. So let's load into the game with Uncle Zemalf. These are my settings. I like the 2-hour day. I set the rain to low, to have it a little bit less frequent, but also if I do any off-roading, I prefer kind of not to weight because of the rain as the friction goes down or something. And then I'm now putting up 100% traffic. Sometimes I play a bit more, but let's go with that now. Also, I can increase my my graphics quality a little bit better. We are here in the version 0.7.19, still in public testing. So it is that plus T15, very tiny text in the top center. And before I go, I will set these ones back up to cinematic. I took those down as I was testing how the game runs with 1000% traffic, but we are not there yet. So I ended up here in the cheese factory as we did the what was coined as the high octane milk. So doing fuel contracts by taking fuel from Jesu Harbor to Noxon fuel storage, and from there to the water factory and the ranch, and then picking milk from the ranch and bringing it to cheese factory, getting contract money along the way, and that will be about 300,000 in 30 minutes. So I will be doing that because the company building requires a lot of money. But while I do that, I can already put those 5 company drivers to work. Maybe not 5 immediately, but I can put those to work to start building up a little bit of town bonus. And High Octane Milk was also our company name. You need the company in order to do the contracts. Even if you don't build anything else, but you need to start it. And in order to start a company, you can find kind of a quick, simple guides for that one on YouTube already. But how do you start is that you come to the starting town where your original home is. You go to the city hall and then talk to the lady there and start a company. You need to have driver level 10. And you take that basically by just driving. The other professions go up by earning money in those professions, but driving is just driving. And the more you drive without autopilot, the faster the driver level increases. So that's the starting point. We have 0 out of 5 company trucks at the moment. If we would buy additional slots, each slot costs 50,000 more than the previous. So we have 50,000, 100,000, 150,000, all the way up to the 20th slot, which is somewhere in the million or something. A lot. So overall, the 20 slots costs quite a lot of money. We don't have any depots, so currently I only have that one teleporting slot. We need to repair or keep on clicking on the company truck repairs manually until we build a depot. And that is one goal for this, let's call this mini series, that how to use the company early on, what sort of routes are good in the beginning, and using the company trucks not only to start getting some town bonus, but also start building the depot network without driving all those things yourself. So that, I guess, is the premise what we are here. We are with relatively new character, building up our company. Basically from scratch. Also, hey there, Yasin. Pillars of Eternity 2, I play that on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. And then the Of course, those are in the playlist later on. But the weekends is the RPG day. I think this was rental, right? I don't own anything yet. What do I own? Let's start with that. So my only truck at the moment is a dumpy that I used to increase my truck level. So the first thing I could do is just send this one to do a little bit of limestone collecting while I'm doing other stuff. And then we'll figure out kind of what trucks do we buy and how we utilize those for the company. Okay. And in order to do that, again, this is while I just gave you an idea, the exact process here, I will be figuring this out. So there is not like ready-made guide here that I will just follow the list. I'm figuring this out as I go. But yes, so the dump truck is all the way in there. I could, as said, set it out into the quarry to start collecting some limestone, just to get that kind of on the way when I eventually build a depot and get that dump truck to do something useful for me while I figure out other stuff. But for the company, I do need to buy those trucks. So the question is which trucks to get. And early on, Zemalf is a really good truck, or Zemalf Semi is the cheapest truck. And but with the company cars, it doesn't matter what the truck is. So I think the first things I will do when I get a little bit of money is go buy some Zemalf semis and use those to set up the first company trucks. And I think Zemalf, we can check that because we do have the Motorpedia. Zemalf semi costs 80,000, requires 20 trucker level. I think it is, we can actually check that if we take that out and go for the semi-truck. No, not that one, but this one. Semi-truck or semi-tractor. Okay, the lowest level is the SRT, but it costs more. FL1 is actually surprisingly cheap, but for company truck I still prefer Zemalf because it is the cheapest. But we also at some point do want to buy truck for ourselves, and FL is a really good one because it serves us all the way. So we don't need to like buy ourselves a Colima, which I actually rented for this job. Also, the Atlas semis are pretty good. Those you can get even earlier, but also they cost more. So when you are buying, like for example, in the beginning, 5 cars or 5 trucks for your company, it adds up quite a lot. If you buy even the Atlas semi instead of Zemalf, it's 50,000 per truck. So instead of getting 5 trucks for 400,000, you are paying a whole lot more for them, and then all of a sudden you can't afford the extra slots. So that's something to keep in mind. So I will be getting Zemalf semis. That's kind of decided. But then let's start with this. So I will go to the company and I will go to the truck routes, and it's a big empty place. So what I can do is create a route, and I can go here, for example, and wherever I build my route, including starting to collect some limestone. But I can also use my very own company routes. So let me open my Notion database. This is in more detail explained in the "This is how I run the company" video that was on the playlist like 3 videos ago, I think. So let's see if I can get this on the screen. So we do. Well, also, by the way, I will start playing some music here. Music, and let's do that button. So this Notion database I will link in the video description, but again, more detailed explanation of this in the "How I Run a Company" guide. But I have organized all my routes in Notion database, and in here you can either open a route in detail, but most important is this route JSON that you can copy from here and then put it in the company routes. But in this case, I am interested in limestone. Let me see if I had it. I even have some filters here. Let's see. Filter limestone quarry. So this is the one I'm looking for. I will go here and click on the copy, or I can just click on the copy on the table. But I will take this one, and then I will go back to the game and click import. And that route is completely in. So it's probably not even needs to be this one. This one is old routes, but I think I will just have it so the truck drives there back and forth collecting limestone rock into the limestone drop, so that eventually I can take this limestone to the cement factory, and the cement factory to the concrete factory, because that concrete is then needed for the depot. And this is one example how I like to use the company trucks to get stuff done that kind of takes a long time. So I just do this because I happen to have the dump truck I can put on this. This is not like the best route you can put on. This does not make any money, actually costs me a lot. But this starts to get things moving that I want to do eventually. So that's the route. But then we go to the company vehicles, and you can only add vehicles you own. So this is where you need to buy them, you can't rent them. So we take our dumpy, and it is now assigned. It is there because I drove the coal or iron to the Dasa harbor, and because I can't just like teleport to the quarry and start the route there, I'm starting it like this so that this guy first drives there and then gets started. So we'll click on the 3 dots after adding the car, and we add a route to it. In this case, that's simple. And when you add a route, it will automatically. Actually, it will not automatically pick up. You still need to assign it to an NPC driver. So now some very helpful NPC will jump into my dumpy and start driving my car. And it will go to this route collecting limestone. So first step done. Let me clean this up. As I said, I think this is a rental. I just paid 900 by going into this one. I should have just teleported away. Actually, you know what? I will use this car because this truck. Because I just remembered that yes, indeed, I can't teleport. I can't teleport, and this car happened to be there. So actually, the first thing I want to do is go to this car dealership, and I will buy myself at least one motorhome, so that I can set up a couple of teleport slots. Also, hey there, RJ. I see you now. Indeed, went to the YouTube site like you said you would. This trailer that I'm pulling is a borrowed trailer, and that is the power of the semi-trucks. I'm now driving a rental Colima, which means that I'm paying 900 every 10 minutes, but I keep all the profits, but I don't pay anything for the trailer. Oh no, I see Christ, you clipped something. What did I say? What did I say? What did I say? Probably something silly. Okay, so here in the car dealership, this is where you can buy motorhomes. So I will buy myself one, because that 150,000 will save me quite a lot of time. Actually, I will buy two. I will just figure out how to use these. But one will be in Jesu Harbor, because that's where I can always start my money making. So that's one. And then we'll... So basically I'm using 300,000 immediately for some convenience, so that I can teleport around. I would say one is minimum, because you probably want one in Jesu Harbor to get some cash going. Okay. I'm already paying for the rent, so I might as well use this. So first things first, as our company is called High Octane Milk, I'll probably do that route once, while putting those motorhomes in place, and also buying some trucks. I might the Jamusi semis are a little bit further away, so I'm thinking that I might, just because of that, actually buy an Atlas semi, because that's kind of convenient, more conveniently nearby. For Jamusi semi I need to go a little bit out of my way. Yeah, I think that's what I would do. And why I want to set up motorhome here in Jesu Harbor is that in here you can always start a money route. We can call this High Octane Milk fuel run that, or you can rent a semi and do something else, or you can summon your own semi and borrow trailers to it on a very convenient location. So I now have this one tank. Actually, this is the last piece. This is the rear piece. So I will leave this one here. And also, I don't actually need this. I don't know why did I rent this Colima? Why didn't I take like the FL or something? I do not know. So what I need to do here is get Tauber lead, and this requires 30 trucking to do this. So this is not something you can do immediately, but you can get basically any tanker to do the same thing. But the 30 trucking is not that difficult to get, especially if you follow the efficient start guide. But this will help me get money going. So let's move this one forward actually. A little bit. So we'll get 2 of these leads, and then I will get that rear piece. So we'll get a free trailer mini road train going. The high octane milk name was coined by X-Gemini here in Twitch chat, because what we are doing is we are taking fuel. Actually, it's more convenient for me to just spawn a new rear here, leave that one in there, because this is in position. Because we are taking fuel around and then straight into the same tanks. At the end of the route we'll put some milk in for some tasty fuel flavored milk. So this needs to go a little bit forward so that we can actually fit this in. The Colima is a little bit long. Yeah, we're over the 35-meter limit currently in the game. There we go. Now we are under. So again, this Colima is a rental, so I can't add this to my company, but I can use it to make money. So this particular route was already in the efficient guide. Wait a minute, they have taken the fence out from there in this version. There's a little bit more space here. Anyway, I will be noticing things like that as we go, that some tiny little changes. So we're gonna go here, and since I did this already, let's see actually how much fuel there is. Okay, I am a little bit early for this. I was just about to say that I just did this at the end of the efficient start video, so there's only 24 fuel in here. Right, I can't take 60. Of course I can't. So there is also something, you can't just repeat this, you need to do something in between. So I already forgot that. Now the question is, will we... Well, if I just leave this here, this will despawn. Because it only stays because it was the last car I drove. So this was not really well planned, was it? No, it was not. But, let's bring the Campy here before I forget. I almost did. So I will take one of those campies. And set it in here, so that at any moment I can teleport back to the harbor. But yes. So, that was just showing how you can borrow trailers to your truck and start a few routes, but we're not going to do that. That was a teaser. You need to go watch that in the efficient start or wait a bit for that so that I do it here. What I will actually do is go buy 2 Atlas semis. Also, let's think about this. Where do we... We'll probably keep that one campy we bought as sort of a mobile thing that we will put in place when we conveniently need it. There's so many things we need to do. We also need to get 300,000 to buy this plot, because that is the first position I will buy. Not for the teleport, but for the company. So we have our company truck going here. We need to do some locking. We need to do the plastic thing. So that is something that we'll probably put a company car to do, so that it drives the plastic. We need to do, as said, some locking. We could make some big money with the Miguel locking trick. That would kind of be double fold, get us the wood and money, but it's a little exploity. At some point probably fixed, so probably will not do it. We also need to do eventually the coal and iron. That's a big pain in the ass. That's probably where the camping will come in place. So we can go and teleport to them, or we can just have... Actually, that's what we will do. We will not drive the coal and iron. We will get the coal and iron from the Dasa harbor as import to the steel factory, so that we get those couple of steel beams and stuff done for the depot. So either way, the first things I will do is need to go get a couple of company trucks. I have 270,000, which means that I can buy 2 Atlas semis, send them on their way. And while I do that, we'll probably have fuel here again, so that they can do this route to get pretty quick 300,000. So I think the timer there is... Well, let me actually wait to see how long the timer is. So it's now 24 in 10 seconds, but I think the whole timer is 3 minutes. 5 minutes? Three minutes, okay. So that will be 75 minutes before that is fully full. 75 minutes in game. So let's go do that. Teleports in here, and could we do some money on the way? We could probably deliver something to the water factory or something with a borrowed truck. Thinking that's kind of, is it just more convenient to drive there, or try to do some money on the way? This is actually pretty quick, so I'm not going to bother. I will get my... Let's get my Fox, because this... it doesn't matter what car I have here. But this one I tuned a little for the taxi drive. Well, I guess I could check, is there a taxi around? That I can always do. Who would happen to go that way? Perfect. Actually, for this one I should get another car because I don't have this. Yeah, I don't have a taxi license on any other car. And again, just driving around increases the driver level. So for some trucks, we might need that along the way. So this gets that done as well. Yeah, this is actually why I'm doing this is first of all to help people, hopefully help people.
Thank you.
Hopefully help people who are new to the game to kind of build their first routes, build the company. But also for me, this is quite refreshing to think a little how to do things when I don't have all the teleport spots and I can just jump wherever and do whatever. Case example there that fuel, I couldn't do the fuel immediately. So now at least I can teleport back there because I had the camping. But if I didn't, I would have been forced to kind of just drive from there or just abandon that plan. It's a good example of what kind of cars we are seeing. The Motor Town has the carpool in a way that, and of course to save resources as well, the game spawns same vehicles you were using, because kind of that car is already into memory, if you will. So we'll get a little bit of money for this, because we are driving here anyway. And then we'll go borrow some trailers for them. Really? Gave me that for driving on the wrong lane. I was there for like half a second. I would also take a loan, which was there at the bank, that we just drove past. But I don't need to. Try not to drive to a rock. I almost did. Love the Jeep. But this one I keep hearing MASH theme play. Yeah, especially when they're colored with this green. For early game money, we could also do garbage. It's really good. But actually, I will drop these guys off, but then I will come back to the plastic factory just to quickly show something, because we will be setting that up for the company.
Thank you very much.
Because in order for the plastic factory to produce, we will need to bring here oil, and those will be turned into plastic pipes and plastic pallets and containers as well. Containers here is another big thing that will start to see in a moment. So because we need plastic pipes for the depot, or just to get plastic so that we can move the plastic for money. So as a general rule, of course you can do everything yourself, but while I'm doing other stuff, I can have the company NPCs move the oil, which is a very long way, because you need to drive all the way from down here, and actually you need to get some raw fuel from here, or is it crude oil, and then bring it here to turn it into oil, and then bring that oil into this plastic factory to get these things built. So I might as well have company truck drive that. So that is one of the first things I will set up when I here go to the Dozen truck. And yes, the oil song applies here as well. Oi loi, loi loi loi, oi loi loi loi, oi loi loi, oi loi loi. Oil for everyone. Oh, that's gonna... I was just saying that that's gonna crash. I was trying to steer away, but I was kind of... I was a passenger. Into the only immovable object in about 1 kilometer radius. Achievement on its own. Let's get you out of the way as well. At some point I would probably set up a camp here as well to have a place where you can quickly buy trucks, but it's kind of very late game. So early game trucks, Atlas Semi 130,000. If we want to have a really cheap one, we could go for the SRT. The Chemusi Semi is even cheaper, but as said, I would need to go all the way in here to buy them. So I will have a couple of Atlas Semis. Then for this one you need 10, so you can do this immediately if you have the money. So that's one, and oop, almost timed it. Buy this one, and then we teleport back to the Jesu Harbor where I set my Canby. And we summon these two up. And get some traders on these. Also, okay, trailers are still there, you know, but I will save some time. But the truck disappeared because it was rental. So I will pick up those trailers for this one. All right, this one is not up. When getting borrowed trailers, I want to get matching colors or like this that they are all different. And we locked out here. Let's bring this forward to get this car a little bit better balance. Even that it's a company car. Okay, and then we erase that one. So now company, and here we see that this semi is closer. At the garage you can also name these, which I do often for the trucks I have on permanent routes. But now these are kind of just doing something. So let's add that in, and then again I will go to my routes. And take the filter, take oil, and I have here OG Drilling, Zemalf Refinery, Plastic Factory routes. So we'll copy this. And we could also, of course, build this by hand, but I have them there, so we're gonna use them. So we're gonna come to the truck routes, we're gonna add, we're gonna import. And here in the route, we see those invalid places. Those are in the route for the depots that I could build, but because I don't have them, I'll just take them off the route, because we will be doing the repair manually. So what this route does, it's a really simple route, so you can get this without the copying. It goes to the OG Drilling, gets crude oil that this supplies, takes that to the Zemalf oil refinery, and very important that you select the oil drop off, not the fuel drop off. So we bring in crude oil as it is demanded, and then when that is delivered, we will go here and we go to the oil pickup, not the fuel pickup, but oil pickup, and that is taken to the plastic. This sort of route can sometimes fail if some of the crude oil is left in the tank. Then that tank cannot pick up the normal oil, because the game currently doesn't have like a filter that empty everything kind of deal. But we'll set this up here. We'll go to the Atlas Semi, assign a route, and set it up on that one, and NPC will jump in when I remember that I need to press this one. Yeah. Not press OK. Yeah, what is happening? Why are you not going to the route? I didn't I cancelled out of this one. No, you have it. Yes, I do. Jump out. Just in time? Why are you bugging out? Okay, now I'm confused. This seems very much like a bug. Maybe it doesn't resolve that one automatically. Hand this over, yes. What is happening? Why is this not working? Can you... wait, no. You can still add borrowed trailers to the company, that has not changed. Why is this not working? How about we remove this one from the company? It's because of the trailers. Can you not add borrowed trailers to the company anymore? You need to buy the trailers. If that's the case, then kind of everything I... there's no way that's a thing. Wait, why did you say... Wait, did I actually add the other car in it? Now it's a spawnable when I'm already in this. I think I added even the... No, I added the other semi. I'm a moron. The number that I was thinking, it's not the distance from me. It is the distance it has been driven. I'm a moron. Okay. So this is why you named them. This is driving distance, not how far it is from you. So I added the empty truck in, and because it didn't have any trailers, it didn't start driving it. Now it says trailer times 3. Okay, well, you can still do mistakes even after 900 hours. You don't know everything. So now, because it actually has trailers, it can start driving. Well, it would be nice if it gave some explanation why, but the reason was that I added a semi. I added a semi in that was that didn't have any capacity in it. So it didn't waste my time and start driving with empty semi. Wait a minute, why was I thinking that I... Alright. This is here because I will borrow another trailer to it instead of the... tanker. Okay, that was funny. Funny. So what we will do with this then? What shall we drive? Alright, the containers. Yes. Thank you, brain. You can also borrow a couple of these straight from there, but I will take them from here. So what we want is the contour. Actually, this one, do I want to set up a big train or keep it a little bit simpler? We will keep it a little bit simpler. Also, the contour lead is more, it needs more levels. The rears don't need anything, this requires 30. So let's take that. Wait, why do you say no cargo space? Well, that's a bug. It just lost the trailers. Okay. Something weird is going on here that was not a problem before. Yeah, this thing just lost all its trailers when I summoned a new one. Okay. Let me set these both up here at the same time and see what happens. I have had my company run with nothing but borrowed trailers when I started playing, and it has never been an issue. So this might be that there's a bug in this this version now, because they did some things for the trailer stuff. So here we could take another lead and then add a one at the end, so it could move 4 containers, including one big one. So I think that's what I will do. Okay. The other semi that was on the way with the company, it lost its trailers the moment I spawned a new one. So there's something going on in there, which should not happen. So now we're gonna take this this one at the end, even that they are not matching series, but you still can do it. So now we have this one. Yeah, that needs a little adjustment. Even that it's an NPC car, let's take that a little bit back. Leave that there waiting, and it should now stay because that's my car. And now I take the other semi back. It might have like messed up because I had those trailers spawned like way earlier, and kind of they were already. I don't know why this is still here. The game is so weird. It doesn't explain a thing. So now that I spawned this one, those ones, what the hell? What the hell game? What have they changed? They have changed it way that you can only... What? No. This has to be a bug. Hey, well, we are in a test branch. Do I jump back to the Do I jump back to the .18 and not play this version? Because that is messed up. Especially like why this is still here. Is this actually part of the problem? Okay. So the other trailers just disappeared. Like none of this should happen. Okay. Let me take this away from here. Yeah, I think this is pretty clearly a bug. Because I have done this for all these hundreds of hours. So let's see if it's is it a limit. Now we are debugging. Now we are not testing. So what if I take another truck now? Will that one immediately disappear, or is it? Is it because that I had 3 trailers in there? So now if I now take a contour, that still stays. Was it that one extra trailer that was doing it? That was kind of remnants of the... Actually remnants at that... Right. That is very interesting if that is the case. That one trailer that was there, that was spawned in the previous version and left alone. Or actually connected to a rental vehicle that I now despawned. So did that cause the whole thing? It's a good thing I noticed it before the fuel truck drove like all the way in and then despawned somewhere along the way. But still, if it doesn't happen now, then what I just said is the reason. That trailer was spawned in the previous version was not in use, kinda. And then the trailer was still there. But also, let's see, it might be maybe a number of trailers thing. Let's see if we can still repeat it, or is it now fixed? So why didn't I take the contour? Why did I take the contour last time? Okay, should now be fine, I hope. Just drove this here so that the NPC picks it up but they can leave. So you go there. Will not add it to the company just yet. So now, if they stay now, then the previous version's trailer was the problem. If they disappear, then there's a bug in this version. So we'll take a Tauber. Nope, they still disappear. Okay. So that's a bug in 0.7.19. So Twitch, can you clip that? It kind of messes up my guide idea here. Guide idea here, so I can't do it in this version now. Now the question is it specifically these trailers? Is it happening because I have only connected and not used them? Alright, Sikuta, take care. And what if I take the ones that have already spawned? And will it happen immediately? So now if I will just test and spawn a different trailer than the ones I was using. Let's say we would be taking Eastwood. Didn't disappear. So if we take the Contour now. I took the Contour and this last one disappeared. There's some limits happening. Have they? It's either a bug or they have added some weird limit that you can only borrow so many trailers, which is wow. Okay. I guess this is not gonna be a guide. This will be a let's see if there's a bug in Motor Zone or something else. Bugs trailer. Rented trailer keeps disappearing. Hey there, Skurak. I just ran into a bug. I was trying to make a guide for how to set up a company, but borrowed trailers despawned. I'm just seeing that is this already claimed to be fixed, or is it still open? It's still very much open. Okay. Not even a company. Well, actually, did I have the car in? No, it was not even a company. Okay, let me do this one more time in a repeatable manner. So keep an eye on those two trailers there. If I spawn another one here. So it seems to be that it's maybe free at max. So if I connect this one real quick. Pick it up. And spawn probably any trailer. But let's take the same. Okay, now that's state. Is 5 the magical number? So the rear piece already disappeared, but when what happened there was that I was trying to set up two trucks, one with free container trailers, one with free tanker trailers, and as soon as I spawned a container, all those free disappeared from there. Now they are staying. What? Then this gets after one disappeared. Now they are all staying. So then will these disappear when I spawn one more rear? That's now the question. Oh, I didn't connect that. One trailer per spawner? Eesh. Okay. This is gonna be... This is not the bug, this is me trying to connect... Connect the trailer. This is gonna be a tricky one. This is why you connect them right away, so that you don't need to do this. Please connect. Oh, right, I took the... And now I'm just messing everything up myself. Okay, so now that is in... Well, the good thing about this is that the fuel is coming back, so we can soon make the money routes. So now you wait here. It would be horrible to drive for me, but for company is fine. So now, will those containers disappear when I spawn the next, like they did before? So, container trailers, fuel trailers, spawn, top or rear, and the container ones are gone. Okay, yes. So let's clip that. Okay, so that's the bug. I will write it on the Discord right away. Just a moment, just a moment. So I'm writing a bug report here. Supposed guidelines. Let's keep on disappearing. And that trailer disappears. good thing is this is very easy to repeat. $7.19 plus T15. Not multiplayer, no mods. I'm not even that bothered by this bug. I am bothered. I am bothered that I can't do what I had planned, and kind of that because this is especially important for early game. And I really don't want to revert to the old version to do this. I have no opinion on the quest tree, to be honest. I don't care about it. I guess that's my opinion. I think it's good that they try to do something about it. A lot of new quests is a good thing. It's a little overwhelming with the current interface, and I should really play with the new character to kind of really see how the quest tree works instead of basically claiming any quests automatically. This is nearly impossible to drive there right now when I'm a little bit annoyed about not being able to do this guide. Probably run into the only bug right now that stops me from doing this guide. Who knows, this might be in the previous version as well. I just haven't used borrowed trailers in ages with my main game. Actually, right now this semi is irrelevant, so I guess I'm now just testing that. I don't know why I keep driving them there when they disappear. It takes more time. So does it happen with other trailers? So what if I take like what if I take any trailer? I took Eastwood before and it didn't despawn them. Ah, now it did. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. Well, fuck. I think I was explaining things rather well. Unscripted. For the first 30 minutes. seeing that did I take a backup? I think I might as well test, is it in the .18 or is it because there was some changes for trailers in the 0.7.19. Yeah, let's do this. I will take a backup. Of this. So wait, can I revert back to? Now let's see. 20th. I'll save this whole save game. Then usually there's okay, does it matter if I revert all the way to the how much did I do anything significant with my main character last week? I bought the buses. Set up the buses. Okay, but I will try to revert back to the. So I will take this and then change the version. So what I am doing is I am just seeing that I don't mess up with the folders here. So I will take those ones and move them. Paste these ones in. Go to Motor Town. Tell it that I want the default public version and not the test branch. So what I did was that now I first try that I just take a backup save before this session, but revert the game back to the .18 version. If this doesn't work, I will just take the backup I had on this .18 version, losing the progress I did last week, but that's fine. Okay, let's get back into the game and see what the game says. The in-game, right? It reset all the settings. Because music is on. Haven't heard the Motor Town music in a while. It resets all of these as well. Those are fine. Wait, where the hell is the music even? Why is there no music volume here? Where do you disable the music? Oh, right, background music, BGM. Why it says BGM? I have no idea. Okay. these all reset. Okay. So it kind of doesn't really like me doing that. The control preset stayed with my settings, I think. If only I could remember my settings. I think I was playing with something like that, with the steering, traction and stability out. I'm not sure. That is same. Maybe I had these on default, I don't know. Let's keep them as is. That's fine. Uncle Zemalf. Right, these are now, yeah, these ones it resetted for sure. So now this one is here. Maybe it's I kind of want to go by the motorhome. I want to go there. So we don't care about this trailer. And if I leave this here, it will despawn. Actually, I will not care about that truck either because it's a rental. I will just take my own. And into company, I think this one. No, it's the wrong one. Limestone. Copy that one, and we take this route. Okay, go to the vehicles, add the dumpy, assign limestone quarry route, assign it to NPC. Go to the truck route, copy it. So I already showed this, so I'm not showing it on the screen because of that. Add a new route. Oops. Add a new route, import. Remove the depots that are invalid. And this will get us plastic to the plastic factory. And then for that route we will add a semi. Oh yeah, sounds are definitely not in the... It resetted all of these. I have no memory of how I had these set up, but way lower. Just 50% and see how it is. Still quite loud with the motor. Actually, this was probably 80%. It's like loud, but not super loud. No, but that's what I did. But I think this is because I took the backup from .19 and put it on 18. So that's kind of supposed to happen, that it resets it. Because I didn't want to lose the progress for my main character. But I'm now mostly doing this to see that is the bug in 18. So I'm almost out of fuel in my Tuscan, I see. Right now I will just buy... No, that I think I eventually do want 2 trailers for this new character. So we'll take this one. Hello, sir. I don't need to get that anywhere. With the 900 hours I have played, and I've been playing on the public tests, this trailer despawn was the first bug I encountered that like truly broke my like flow what I was what I want to do, because that literally prevents my whole idea for the early game guide. So this is just like a like I can't think of anything else that could be bugged or wrong that would have stopped that this. But well, it's an early access game, like things happen. All right, now I don't have the, well, it doesn't matter. I don't have the port trucks, but that's fine. Doesn't matter. I'll just borrow this one to pull the first ones out and see if it bugs out. Of course, this is now not doing the same thing, because I'm not doing it with you know what, let's not do it with that one. It needs to be repeated. It needs to happen with the same trucks. I don't think, Skirox, you understood me. I copied everything over. And it still resetted the settings, including the config. Let's go buy those trucks. Let me have you go there with autopilot while I look at things. Wait, is the config not in the save files? It has its own thing. So I don't have backup of my configs. Is the config somewhere? Ah, fuck! I just took the save games. Okay, lesson learned. Back up the config as well. I didn't remember it's a separate folder. I think I have a backup of it somewhere. Yeah, that's where they are. Okay. Do I have game user settings somewhere? No, I do not. Well, fuck. That's on top of things. Oh, I think I might have a solution. I had an automated backup in the system. So at least I can restore my things that I don't even remember how I have set them up. Long time ago. So, thank you, autopilot. Out of the game. Saved. There is one beautiful thing about Windows, unless you disable that feature, and that is that if you go and right-click any file Like if you, for example, remove a folder or destroy stuff inside a folder, if you right click on a folder with the properties and go to the previous versions, there might be backups there depending on how you have tweaked your Windows settings, but by default you have automated backups for almost everything in your system. Okay, but let's see if I load back now. That do I have my good old settings? Nope. It still doesn't like the version change coming from 19 to 18. So it still doesn't like that. So basically, because now I don't have my .18. I don't have my .18 config. But the config I now have, I can restore it in 19 when it comes, maybe. Okay, so let's save this one. It's there, and that will be... That might have also been Steam overriding that now with some... No, that's not part of the save, it should not. No, it's just weird. Okay, so what if I try this one more time? Let's take that one. You will go and be saved there. Now I have you saved. What if I force write them while I'm in the game? It's gonna be causing even more trouble. Let's go out one more time. Oh, that's interesting. Ah. The 0.7.19 has the... Or I guess what is different is the autopilot settings. And that's in the .19 file, and then it kind of because it can't read those, it kind of messes up the whole thing. Ah, okay, so it is actually only sounds that are messed up. Because there's a whole lot more stuff in values in the save I had for some reason. Everything else stays. No, but those are the same. What? Okay. And assist. And this now became weird because I messed up my settings. 0.2. I have those at 0.5. I'm setting these by hand now. Traction control, yeah, I had all these in 50%, so they should now fix themselves in the game as well, so I do that one. Go stage. What else do we have here? Steering assist strength 50%. ABS strength 50, yeah, 50%. And then sound volumes. So I'm fixing my settings because I did some tweakings. Wind noise. Wait, the rain volume is new. No, wait. Which way do I have these? This is now the old one. Is there no rain volume in the .19? No, there's no way that disappeared. Ah, just in a different place. Rain volume 0.8. Well, good thing about this that now I remember to back up my config as well. That one up to wind noise. Like that, and then everything else should be fine. As I see no, so I'm not gonna show this anymore. I should have showed you on the screen. So I have a what is this? Notepad++ with compare, and I was checking the two files. So now I have that one sorted, and after that I can do save. That. Copy. should probably make a script for this. I don't know why I haven't made a script for this. Okay. It was only sound volume that was messed up actually. What? Okay. What? Why do you reset it? I clearly just set it in the file. This must be some weird Steam rollback thing. Okay, now it's just weird. That is behaving weirdly. Now I at least have the settings I can look at. Because the volumes are something that you kind of tweak over such a long time that yeah, that's weird that it resets them like that as sound. Okay, so I have wind noise at 60%. Tire volume 40%. Yeah, I'm really happy I didn't lose my config like you said. Yeah, that would have been. That would have been pain, because I also have my my steering wheel settings there that took a long time to set. So, fortune and misfortune. Oh, that actually explains it. The master volume was so long. Okay. For some reason it resets these ones as well. Okay. Yep. So now back to business. Well, maybe back to business. I think today is kind of experimental here. Stays experimental. And if this works in 0.7.18, I will start this company guide thing again tomorrow. So now we have those. We can go test that. Was it like I suspect a problem with some of the trailer things that's been added. Kind of because it started with that my own mistake that I added the wrong Atlas semi to the company. So that was first my mistake. Yeah, they have definitely. I think this fence has been shortened. That fence has been shortened. Maybe I'm not sure about the corner, but there's some tiny tweaks here and there. In the harbor of us. Because now I'm seeing them, or maybe not. I don't know. Because now back here in .18, those seems a little different. Nice. Different colors again. I know the landing gear is down, thank you. So sorry for anyone in the chat if I missed you. I saw some messages there on the YouTube side. A bit distracted by things not going as planned today. Okay, so now if those stay there, then it's a .19 problem. Nope, it's in 18 as well. Okay, well, that's how you repeat it. Okay, I guess we are not making this guide then before this is fixed. And that first report of it. But that's weird if it's now I'm not so sure anymore. Like what? Because I'm now back in .18, but this has only been reported in June. So could it really be that no one noticed this in 18? There's no way. Okay, but is okay? Now I'm in the debug mode. Is it only Topper that's the problem? So if I spawn free contrast now and then spawn something else than Topper, is Topper the problem? You would imagine someone would run into the problem because that's probably the most common borrowed one. At least for me, because I would be doing the fuel money run. And also containers, because actually for the longest time, man, I can, like, if this happened, if something like this would have happened to me in the 20 car company setup, where I had most of them driving on borrowed trailers before I bought all my own, like literally like 15 cars or 12 trucks losing their trailers. Oof. Yeah, that would be. Let's roll back to this save thing. Yeah, now I'm curious. So if we, for example, now spawned sunflower seed ones instead of Topper, but I somehow doubt it. At least the toppers disappeared when I spawned. Of course now this my environment is a little bit weird because it's been rolled back, but so now if I take the hopper. Nope, they still disappear. Okay. I am curious because there's no way this sort of bug would have been in the game unnoticed. It is so big because that car could be anywhere with the company and those trailers would disappear. There's no way this has been unnoticed. So there might be something very odd with my own setup. So everything is fine if you just play and you borrow trailers for your own one truck. But as soon as you start trying to set up a company, I wonder, like, if I keep spawning the same trailer. Is it the different car that is the problem? So what if and does it matter? Is it specifically free? Is it the rear that is the problem? What if I just take 2? Okay, but let's first test if I just add same trailer. Is it the different trailer that despawns it? Or that they are connected to a different truck? Oh, connecting that last one will be terrible now that I drove to the side. That's why you always want to drive directly there so that you can actually connect them easy. Please connect, please connect, please connect, please connect. I saw it there. There's like 1 centimeter there that it's still connected. Thanks, game. Well, I don't actually need this truck here, but I'm just repeating that I go into this other truck so that steps are repeated. And then... So now if I spawn Topper again, will those 3 disappear? I assume they will. They don't. Okay. So what if I now take Eastwood? No. What if I take Gunter now? No. Okay, what the hell is going on? What? Now if I connect one, is it? Oh, wait. I want you. We'll try a different trailer. So what if I make this one? Oh, but it didn't matter last time. Wait, now I'm just confused. Why didn't it do it now? Is there something so specific on what side? There's no. Debugging, not easy. I mean, this is not debugging. This is QA trying to repeat this. So now if I take Contour, will those stay? What? What? It can't be the distance. I drove them there on the other side. That no, there's no way. Because now it's staying. Why is it now staying? Oh, those are still there. What? What's in the world? So now all of a sudden I was able to do it. What? Okay, so what if I drive one of these further away then? I didn't touch the fifth wheels this time. There's no way that's part of it. Why do I keep saying no way? There's a way. It already happened. So what if I drive this one here? So now I have these sets up and they didn't disappear. And the difference was that in between I spawned one more topper. So now if I would take topper, those ones disappeared, these ones did not. Wait, what is it? Is there something about this harbor? No, but this truck was far away. It was like all the way in here, and it lost its trailers, so it was basically out of the player zone already. So the trailers that are right next to me, they would stay. So do those now disappear again when I do contour? So if I'm just taking these now in a way that I will have a. So I think the trailers stay if they are like right next to me, so they are not too far away, or they need to be like really far away. Also, I should have taken toppers on this one because this is the rental. Oh well. I do wish you could connect them like right from here instead of going to the truck, because you have the thing right there. It's for a little less of the back and forth. Okay, so now we kind of keep this nearby. So now the test scenario is that expectation based on the previous bug is that right now those will stay, not the bug but the previous test case, that those will stay. Yeah. So right next to me okay, even a little bit of distance away, which is there, bad. I'm getting tricolor every time now, like winning the lottery. I wonder if there's, because these are new ones that I have not kind of used. And then, so now expectation is that everything still stays. Yeah. Okay. So then, because if this was really this bad, I just, again, I can't imagine that this would have not been bothering more people. So I think what happens is that these are now so fresh that kind of they get more persistent as soon as they are out of the memory. Not the memory, but the player zone. And I guess no one else has been, well, not anyone who's bothered. Not anyone who bothers put up bug reports, whether it's a test branch or public, because this is now the April release version that I'm doing this in. So this is not a new version bug. So no one has been mass spawning trailers for it to be a problem. Yeah, it's all good now. When I don't take them further away, but now the real test remains that if I send these ones in away. So now what I do is okay, maybe this is still salvageable here, and I actually could go back to my .19 again, because this version didn't save it. So what we will do now is how will I tell these apart? Okay, so what I do now is I will how can I tell these apart that they are in the company? So if I add this one, It's not immediately saying the trailers because it's not in a route. So how can I... This is actually a solid question. How do I know which car this is? It is the further one away, so that's the Tauber. Yeah, it's a Tauber. So then I do this one, you will be that one. You go. And while that is happening, I take here, and I will actually build no, first let's add this one, let's go to the route. And for this one I probably don't have like custom one. No, but I will take a basis for this one. So if this works, I can then kind of redo this tomorrow, kind of continue from this moment where it's kind of started going sideways. Or even continue today after a break, but I'd maybe like to jump back into the 19 version. Let's just kind of test this to the end. So I will now take... my container route. Container route that is driving containers to the meat and bakery. But we'll take the oil away from there. And where do we want? Well, we can just have this run this route actually. Right now, just for test. So we'll do this one. And we take the vehicles at the routes of the meat bakery. NPC, go. Now, if I don't mess it up now. You're fine. You're fine. We're right in the lane. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Good. Okay, and now we don't spawn trailers until these guys have figured their shit out. What I can actually do is... So this one is rental. This will disappear when I go out of the area. And these cars are now here. They have their .18 icons. And there's in theory possible that this spawner is bugged. So that remains to be seen, but let me go... If I go here, where's the nearest trailer spawner? Wait, is there... Where are the trailer spawners? There's trailer spawner there. There, and one in there. Okay. No, but these are not showing the trailer spawner, these are showing the trailers. No, they are also the spawners. There's a truck spawner in here. Yeah. now my so I will go there. Also, my music was definitely lower. That's how I have it set up. Although this car is a little bit louder. So now I have teleported away from those trucks. So my thinking is that now those trailers are more permanent. There's something about that nearby distance after they have been, because if we go here I will see that alright, this version doesn't show the trailer numbers. The 19 did, which we can restore. Now will I the warning isn't that they don't have a cargo space. That warning has been in the game before. And like added in 19. What's the thing? Will I see that the trucks lose their trailers? And we can also test it here with this spawner. Does it behave the same? Okay, so now I can, for example, borrow this one. So this is a rental. Actually, this is not a rental. This is the one that you pay for. But I could also spawn a truck from there. Then it's still the same. It's not the rental. Yeah, you need to have the truck in place from the way you buy to rent it. So now, if I spawn a trailer, and also it spawns here, not there. So if I spawn a trailer now, like let's say Tarper, I didn't see a message. So I think they kept their trailers. So if this is the case, then this is. But can I now repeat it here? And does the number of trailers matter? So what if I connect like? What if I just take one and I drive this away from that one all the way up to here? So that's not next to me. It's still very much in vision. this one. So now if that distance, it's probably at least the same distance it was in the harbor. So what if I spawn a contour now? Yeah, that's it. That's it. There's something that is different when it's a little bit further away, but still in the however the game handles the objects that it has spawned around the player. Also, by the way, this video is my resume for being a QA for you if you are a game developer. Call me. Oh, that's not the trailer I want. Yep. Okay. Now, to not repeat it, we keep this. Okay, now, if I really wanted to go the distance here, I would test what is the... Pun not intended. If I want to go the distance, I would test what is the distance when it happens, but that's probably better that's easier if you knew the code. Like what is the code doing in the background, or the engine. It starts to treat objects differently when they are far enough, and it's surprisingly little distance here. So now well, I guess the one thing I do have to confirm is that does this one have trailers? But I can soon catch up with it. So if that still has trailers, so now if I spawn a taper, that was close enough to stay. Okay. Now, as the final thing, assumption is that the truck that was kind of out of my vicinity, this one, it has all its trailers. If it comes to us with just the semi, then first of all that warning was added in 19. No, there it is with the trailers. Yep. Repeated. Found a workaround how to avoid it. Yep. Okay. Okay. Did it. I'm adding to my bug reports. Okay, and let's draw an image. Draw a image. So if we have a truck here with trailers, they disappear. And we spawn a new one. While if we have a truck right here, the trailers stay. I guess we can do player. It's very clear, right? Same. Good. Well, not good, but fine. So I think what I will do is, because that all that fumbling about took quite a long time, I will call it a day, and if I carefully do the trailers, I can actually do what I plan to do tomorrow. Instead of this one. But I will now one more time take a backup. Take that one in there and those ones. Those ones out. So now we'll first change into test branch again. Hey, there's one mark. So anyone who has been just joining it, what the hell is going on? I was planning to do a little getting started guide for Motown, or I guess no, it's a guide, like a basically play with the new character and how to get started with the company setup. But I ran into a bug with the trailers that I now figured out exactly how it works. So I can avoid it, even if it's not fixed, which means I can continue tomorrow. Now I will just see, can I bring my config over, or not config, but save games. Meant to keep that playing. Let's see if the .19 still loads and are my sound settings now kept. I think they were. Yes. Okay. So now I have all my settings. I can take another backup. It actually says there, open the config folder. Very good. Take that config and put it in my that. Okay. And then if I now take... Alright, I took this save after I already did those things. Right, I restored that one. Okay, out of one more time I restored the soil. Wrong backup. So I take this one, but now it's my old config. Yes, so now we are back where I started. My main guy still has the progress from last week, and basically today has been raised apart from the video record. Okay. All right. Okay, good. Hey, thanks guys for hanging out today. The game decided a little bit different path, but eventually figured it out, and I'm actually quite happy that if I had not been like planning to do a very specific thing like the guide, this would have been completely fine. I enjoy, especially in case of Motortown, figuring out things and then doing bug reports, because that makes the game better. And so in the end this was actually quite enjoyable and fulfilling to figure out what was the case. Because as I said, now there's repeated steps for the dev and also a workaround on kind of knowing how it fails. So then if you do need to spawn a lot of trailers, you just keep things nearby. Keep your keep your friends close but enemies closer. So in this case you keep your trucks close but trailers closer. I don't know, not the same thing, but yeah, have a good rest of the Monday, guys. I will see you tomorrow. For you guys watching live, it will be a daytime stream, so in about 14 hours we'll play some more Motortown, and I actually try to get that early game company guide started. But yeah, have a good rest of the evening, guys, and see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.